Alrighty, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to an educational commentary. For those of you new here, essentially what I do is I commentate on what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, so that you guys can see the consistencies across all my games, and you guys can apply it to yourself. So, today we are playing an Emerald, and we are playing AD Lulu top against a Cho'Gath. Let's jump into the action here. So, let's start off with the leash, and assist our Lilia with the camp here by shielding her. I probably shouldn't have used it on the camp, but that's fine. We're gonna simply kill this and head top lane here and face off against this Cho'Gath with Grasp. So what we're gonna do here, as per usual, is we're going to control the brushes and auto the Cho'Gath and enter the brush to reset the minion aggression, which is what I teach all the time when playing ranged top laners. Into the brush we go. Let's do some last hitting right here. And we're gonna poke the Cho'Gath, trade with him a little bit. Auto into the brush. And back into the brush we go. Too deep, we don't want to auto there. So let's try to clear the wave a little bit here. Land an E auto onto Cho'Gath and into the brush we go. Dodge the Cho'Gath Q. And auto the Cho'Gath. Right there it's fine to auto from the brush because we're so far away from the minions that none of them can even help anyways. So again, we're going to continuously keep poking this Cho'Gath. Autoing into the brush. And we're going to poke him here. Shield ourselves a little bit. Don't let the melees damage me. And into the brush we go. And it seems like the wave is pushing towards us, which is perfectly fine here. This scenario. And the Cho'Gath is a very high HP, unfortunately. We can poke him here. Dodge out on that. Continue poking him. And it seems like we can run him down here in a second. We're going to ward the bush. Simply give the Cho'Gath a nice little auto to the face. And the wave is pushing towards us. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to clear a little bit of the wave. And I'm going to take a base while the wave is still pushing towards me. And hope that the next wave comes in time to hold the wave right here. And what that does is that will make sure that the wave is still pushing towards me. And I'll be able to come back and catch the wave nice and cleanly. So let's W myself, get back while Cho'Gath is pushing out the wave and try to catch the cannon as I get back. So we're going to W ourselves and get to top as fast as we possibly can. The counters to this play in high elo is to gank the Lulu right here and kill her. Or the enemy top laner, whoever it is here that's coming back. But I don't think they'll do that. So we'll catch the wave. We lost the cannon. It's fine. Still catch the rest of the minions. And back to CSing. Now we're going to simply CS the wave. So, CSing as usual. And we are going to level up our... We are going to level up our W in this scenario and just run down this Cho'Gath when we get the chance. But right here, we are building a classic 3-wave crash, starting off with a cannon wave top lane. Next wave, which is the second wave number 2, which just came, is a non-cannon. And the next wave that's spawning in about 10 seconds, 5 seconds, is going to be a non-cannon wave. We are going to crash on that wave. Again, these are all things that I constantly teach. So let's run down the Cho'Gath here, get some extra damage on him. Slow him with the Q, and then continue just trading with him. Not letting him touch me. And we're going to now ward in this position. And I think that trade's okay, even though we lost a lot of minions, because it's setting me up to potentially dive this Cho'Gath. So we're going to crash the wave here, and we're going to end up staying. Let's try to get some damage onto Cho'Gath here. He's not giving it to me, unfortunately. So we're just going to last it, and crash the wave, and poke this Cho'Gath while he's underneath his turret. So, let's try to grab an auto here. Auto. E auto, Q. Auto. Nothing changes from Vayne top lane. Still autoing. And now we have our W. And we're gonna wait for our... Unfortunate. We have no minions. We have to walk all the way around. Unfortunately, we did run out of minions there, which is really bad. If we had any more minions and we waited 3 more seconds for our E and Q, we could easily burst the Cho'Gath down, but that was not the case that happened. So we're back to top lane we go. And we are now going to freeze the wave on the Cho'Gath, because the wave is bouncing towards me, but he cannot clear the wave. And he has no TP. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna freeze. I'm gonna freeze where he's where he's going to lose. He's gonna lose this wave right here and lose the next wave that's coming right now. And all I have to do is simply clear this wave and wait for the next wave, hold the wave a little bit, and then we have a freeze. And then when Cho'Gath walks up, we are going to poke him, and when we can get him a bit lower, we're going to run him down and kill him. So we have the freeze here. He lost that first wave, and now he's about to lose this wave right here. He should be back in about 6 seconds, give or take, and he'll try to clear the wave. Oh, he's already back. And we're gonna hold the wave here. And we're gonna try to get some poke on him when we get the opportunity to do so. So right here. So we're gonna W him so he cannot eat me. Pop an E on him maybe. And we have a Lilia coming in for a gank. We're gonna try to E the Cho'Gath here so we can maintain vision of him. And we're gonna ult whoever he tries to eat here in this scenario, which is gonna be me. And I'm gonna simply kill him, and he goes down, and we're gonna push the wave and crash the wave. So let's push top, push, W ourselves, auto E the wave. And just keep pushing, and pushing. And we're gonna grab the plating here real quick. 1 auto, and then we're gonna base. There's no reason to ever go for 2 because it'll put you in a really bad tempo scenario. So we do have to take our base here. Because if you end up staying, which is what I call the regle, where you stay and then the enemy top laner comes back, they stop your base, they run you down, it just looks really bad, and you end up in a scenario where you end up losing this wave that just came and a ton of plates because you're forced to base. Or worst case scenario, you die and you lose the plates. So we take our base there, nice clean tempo base, and we come back for the wave. So we're gonna W ourselves to get back to the lane a bit faster. And we're gonna hold our W here because it's an angle for us to potentially damage the Cho'Gath a lot here. So here we are. He tanks a tower shot for fun. And the Cho'Gath is MIA, so I'll simply ping MIA and hold this freeze. Cho'Gath has 2 options here. He has the option to walk up and break. So it seems like Lilia wants to do something. So I'm going to come to the Herald here, and I'm going to hold the wave in that position. I think it's pushing back towards Cho'Gath, but it appears that this Lilia really needs assistance. So I'm going to rotate over and help her out. Uh-oh. So we're going to W ourselves, auto this Cho'Gath down. Try to get as much damage as we can down. Pop Ghost, and we're just going to kite this Cho'Gath as hard as we can. And it appears their mid laner is also incoming, which is not good for us. And looks like we're back to top lane. Because the enemy mid laner had priority and Lilia tanked a lot of damage from the Herald. Unfortunate. But let's continue pushing top here and crash the wave. And we're probably going to try to stay and go for the plating on the top tower here. So, continuing to poke Cho'Gath, staying out of the tower, as usual. And we are getting ganked by Bel'Veth, unfortunately. So, simply kill Bel'Veth, and we can now chase the Cho'Gath forward. Get some damage onto him, but we're mainly going to focus on the minions here. EQ maybe, land a 46 damage Q onto Cho'Gath, and continue pushing the wave here. And the reason why that works so well is because we're fighting with a big minion wave in that scenario. So we're going to trade with Cho'Gath here. Get a ton of damage on him and push in the wave and crash it. And we can potentially set up a way to potentially dive this guy in a second. We'll see if there's an angle where he gives me more tower damage onto him. Alright, we get some damage on him, and now let's push the wave. And try to keep Cho'Gath in the lane here, because Cho'Gath is very low. If I'm able to hold him in this lane, I can keep poking him out and potentially tower dive him. So again, continuing to push. Try to get some damage on him, 49. Very nice. We can shield ourselves for some of that tower damage. And poke him if he tries to walk up for the mages. So, continuing to push the wave, we can EQ him. And we're gonna now ward, if in case Bel'Veth decides to come back and gank us. And if he decides to base, we're gonna go for one plating, which will be very advantageous for us. So Cho'Gath decides to stay, so I can continuously poke him out and potentially dive him. So let's try to Q him for 49 damage. So let's keep poking. Again, he has two options. Take a base, potentially burn TP back, or I'm going to tower dive him on this next wave with my ultimate. I'm going to level my E here for more guaranteed damage, and we're going to try to go for a dive here. I believe I can kill him right here, so auto EQ, he should die. Simply pop our ultimate to make sure we don't die, and continue pushing the wave. Pantheon showing mid, so I can't get ganked, and I'm going to go for another plating. This is going to be a little bit of a greedy plating, but we'll go for it. And we can grab this plating and take our base, hopefully. Nope, we have to push another wave if we go for it. So we grab the plating, let's push out the wave, and then take our base. And after pushing out this wave, we will now simply take our base, and we'll have good tempo going into the next stage of laning phase. Looks like he pops Herald here, and I think it will end up crashing. But yeah, let's grab our Bork, double of these, and head back to top lane when we have a bit more mana. We'll W ourselves and run top. And I believe this Herald will crash. It's just the reality of the scenario. But we can kill this Cho'Gath if he decides to walk up and try to even touch the tower. Because we have Bork to take away his movement speed. And we have Ghost to run him down. So let's see if he overstays here. Goes for that tower shot. Yep, he overstays. And now we're simply going to run him down. And Cho'Gath is now dead. And we'll simply push top and take the top tower from the enemy team. Continuing to push on, the Cho'Gath is dead, they cannot hold the tower, and fortunately no one else has gotten tower, so this will be the first tower of the game. First blood tower, and we can now push top. Alright, top lane pushed in. We're going to look to rotate mid, potentially assist our team. If not, I'm going to take the enemy blue buff here, and we should be in a good spot. Because blue buff is very strong on Lulu. Looks like the enemy team is collapsing for this, unfortunately. Maybe I'll get help from the enemy Cho'Gath. We can chase here. Alright, I believe Cho'Gath popped his ult on blue, so he does not have it to kill me. Which means we should be able to kite him, and kill him inside the pit if he chases us, which he did. And let's push top here. Unfortunately, we didn't get the blue buff, which sucks, but it is what it is. So we get ulted by Pantheon, but that's fine. So, in the mid game, which is, I would argue it's about now. In the mid game, the way you want to play laning, the lane is very simple. You want to push the wave past the halfway point, which is here. And you have two options. You can rotate to your team, mid lane, and create a numbers advantage, because when you push in top wave, the enemy top laner will generally respond to the wave, which means you have a numbers advantage when you go mid lane. Or you can rotate, or you can continue pushing. Both options are perfectly fine. Continue pushing and keep pressuring, but in this scenario, we're going to run and grab Herald, and hopefully they let me take it. And after we grab the Herald, we are going to base and look to pressure top. So let's take our base here and pressure top. And something that I always preach in every single game you're playing range top is you want to be in a position where you have second Herald. When the next dragon is spawning, which is dragon in minute 40, you want to be in a position where you're pressuring the enemy team. So they have two options. They will respond to you and kill you, which means you run away, or you take them all on at once if you're good at taking on 3 guys at once. And then you allow your team to get dragon. Or if they send all their teammates towards dragon, you get top tower and continue pushing with the Herald. If they send one person to kill you, well, you kill that person that they sent. To deal with you, which in this case is now Cho'Gath. So we're going to simply kill the Cho'Gath here, and then continue to push top. And the dragon isn't even spawning, and it seems like there's a lot of people on the enemy team near the dragon area, which is very bad for them. So again, we're going to keep pushing. We're not going to pop Herald here. We want to have the Herald to really pressure the enemy team when the dragon is spawning. So right here, you can easily pop it, grab the tower. Quick little dopamine rush, but it's not worth it. So we're gonna get some damage onto the Pantheon here. And we're probably gonna base here because I am pretty low. And I am in KO range very easily. So right here, I'm not in position to pressure when the objective spawns, because it's spawning in 17 seconds. So what I'm going to do in this scenario is rotate mid and help out with the objective. Right now is the position you want to be full HP right here, pressuring the enemy top turret with the Herald while the dragon's spawning around right now. But some unfortunate things happened. I took some damage, and here we are. We're forced to group, which is still perfectly fine. Still helping out the team, and then we're going to head bot lane after. So let's grab this dragon and then head bot lane. Ophelio should end up rotating mid here in a second. He has no reason to continue going bot lane. Oh. I'm not flashing for him. We'll ult for this guy though. And continue autoing the enemy team right here. Try to output as much damage as we possibly can. We're gonna pop Ghost, pop our W on ourselves, and run down the Cho'Gath. We'll simply kill the Pantheon and the Cho'Gath. Continue pushing bot lane. Now, I'm not quite sure who's still alive on that enemy team. Oh, we're dead. Unfortunate they had Bel'Veth and Lux. My entire team did end up getting demolished. But it is what it is. So when we spawn here, we will still have the Herald, fortunately, and we'll push bot lane. We'll have to eventually forcefully pop it. But we're going to do it bot lane because what's the next objective? Baron. What do I teach everyone? Always move to the opposite side objective. So that is our game plan. We're going to build towards our wit's end here. Grab a quick little recurve bow. Grab a pink ward. And we'll head bots. Zed TP'd bots. He's doing what I'm going to do. So looks like here in this scenario, I'm going to run mid probably, even though top is being pushed in now. Hopefully Lilia catches the wave, and I'm able to go up mid lane and maybe rotate bots. That is my objective. But I'm very confident this is bad from Zed because he can't really pressure bots. So what we're going to do here is rotate bots, pop the Herald so it's more towards bot side, and head mid lane, and then we'll see what we can do from here. I'm still pretty adamant on moving towards the bot lane though. So yeah, I'm probably going to head there now. Zed looks like he's going mid. And we're going to pressure with the Herald. So it's pushed. Let's continue walking up bot lane. The enemy team has two options: deal with Saskio or fight the Baron. So let's see which option they choose. So right now, they rotate to Baron or rotate to Saskio. They pick their poison here. If they go to Baron, I will run away. If they come bot lane, we'll get a free Baron for our team. It seems like they're not coming to Baron, so I'm going to run away. Secure free Baron. And that was a free Baron, because they decided to do nothing. Let's check the red buff real quick. It is down. Let's see if we can run down this Cho'Gath, get some damage on him. Oh, I need to ult the Pantheon W here. Oh, wait. Did I miss my ult? He has Banshees, Edge of Night. Unfortunate. Alright. Unfortunate, he does have Edge of Night. That is an item that can be procced pretty easily with Lulu. Mainly with your Q. But I did get collapsed on there by Pantheon and died. But we did get Baron, which is really good. But as we can see here, Lulu is too small. Cannot handle two guys at the same time. That is quite unfortunate. But when we get back on the map, we are probably going to head towards ideally top if Zed finished his base there. But it looks like we do have to go bot lane here, which is fine. Alright, the bot lane we go. Use our W on ourselves to speed ourselves back up and head bot lane and deal with this Cho'Gath. If he touches this tower, he's a dead man. Looks like he touches the tower, so we'll run him down. We'll open up with EQ. And we'll pop our Ghost and W here and then run him down. And we should be able to get him here. And the biggest thing when you're fighting anyone is you want to E them so that when they enter a brush, you still have vision of them. Alright, man goes down. Let's go catch this top wave. After grabbing the wave, we're going to go grab the blue buff real quick because it's really strong on Lulu. And now let's go catch the bot wave and assist our team with this dragon because we're already on this side. So it is what it is, we can't split push. We've pushed, and let's go assist our team, which seems to be like they're winning. Nope, they're getting turned on now. So let's go assist our team the best that we possibly can. Just grab the Bel'Veth real quick. And right here, probably going to Dragon. It seems very risky to continue pressuring. But maybe I can catch this Cho'Gath out. Do get knocked up here. Let's try to W ourselves away. Uh-oh. Unfortunately, the Pantheon did flash for me, and the Cho'Gath Q is very OP when it comes to the slow after you get knocked up. Always wondered why the Q slows you after you just got knocked up. But there's a mechanic in the game, it's been there for a while. Hopefully we can secure this Elder Dragon. For some reason in solo queue games, every single time it comes to Elder Dragon, my team can never secure it. Whether it be my fault or whether it be someone else's fault. It's just the reality that I've always ran into. So let's see what happens here. Big team fight, Taric with a nasty flank. That wasn't so nasty after all, and our ADC with consistent damage is dead. Saskio fortunately is back up alive here, and we're gonna lose the the fourth dragon. And let's try to head over to this team fight as fast as we can and assist our team. I can't quite tell if we're fighting here. Oh, we got flanked. So let's try to assist with this fight as best we can. Whoa. Whoa. Alright, so next objective is the Baron. We're going to do the same thing, continue pressuring side lane. And they have two options, deal with the Baron or deal with Saskio as per usual. In this scenario, it's very dangerous for me to push up because Pantheon does have access to me every single time with his ultimate, which is a reality that we are going to have to deal with here. Let's walk up and clear this wave. So, wave dealt with, and now let's leave. And wait until Baron gets a bit closer and let the map develop itself a bit more, where my teammates are able to pressure. Whatever's going on top lane is going to happen, and then we can now pressure after it develops itself a bit more. So it seems like everyone's attention is being shifted to the top. I'm going to wait a couple more seconds here, and then I'm going to start pushing bot lane. Alright, let's start pushing bot lane. We see Bel'Veth top, Cho'Gath top, Caitlyn Lux is probably there, and Pantheon is still mid. But I think Pantheon's going to rotate to the fight up there, so I'm going to commit to this turret right here. Get a couple hits. I'm not going to use any of my abilities. I think I canceled his W, so I can run it down a little bit here, get some bit of damage. And they're going to send multiple for me, but my teammates should win around the Baron area if they're sending this amount of resources to deal with Lulu in the side lane. It appears like we're about to get a Cho'Gath, which is really good for our team here. So essentially what I did there was I popped the Q as Pantheon lands, so I break his Edge of Night, which gave me the ability to ult him up in the air when he W'd me, so I canceled his stun on him, which is a very calculated move. Now, again, the enemy team has two options. Deal someone to deal a Saskio, or lose Baron. It appears they're going to send their Pantheon towards me, which is perfectly fine. I'm going to slow him and force him to turn. Our Blade of the Rune King on him. And slowly poke down this turret. He can't really handle us. Yep, he cannot commit to me. So we're going to continue pressuring. Again, the enemy team has two options. Deal a Saskio with multiple people or lose the opposite side objective. Which is in this case, Baron. It looks like they're sending multiple people for me. We're going to kite back. And it appears now we are getting a free Baron. They sent 3 for me, so we get a free Baron, which is always the game plan at hand. Alright, let's take a base now. It's kind of dumb to stay on the map any longer. Try to grab a camp or two, grab my static shiv, and then we'll take our base. And we will now simply take our base and grab our items. We are going to wait in this scenario for our static shiv to give us a bit more wave clear. Because Lulu wave clear, you don't really want to EQ the wave with your mana. So having static shiv will help us out with that. But the next objective that's spawning is Dragon in 50 seconds. We are going to go opposite side map as per usual and pressure top lane. Try to run to red buff here, grab the red buff and pressure top while the enemy team play around the dragon. So red buff acquired, and we're going to run top as fast as we can because the dragon is spawning in 30. We have enough time to pressure the wave. Force the enemy team to choose between fighting for a dragon or dealing with Saskio. So let's try to run top as fast as we can here. We have 20 seconds still to get into position. So let's start pushing. And it seems like they're sending their Cho'Gath to deal with me, which is perfectly fine. Cho'Gath turned around, so we get to push for free. And I believe Pantheon is now here dealing with me. Okay. So, let's grab the Cho'Gath real quick. And now let's run away before we die. And we are now dead. Because we got hit by the Bel'Veth W, unfortunately. But we end up getting the Cho'Gath. And we get the top tower. So now we have opened the gates from the enemy team. Next up, we're going to grab a stopwatch to help us out. Maybe stall our cooldowns when we get into another fight. And we should be good. Going into the next scenario. Stopwatch activated. And now it appears to be that the next objective will be Baron. So I'm probably going to head bot lane here. Oh, bot lane's dead. So I'm probably going to head top lane here. And go for the top inhibitor. While we have supers pushing in bot lane when I am available on the map. Alright, very nice. Looks like we're getting a lot of kills. With all the map pressure we've created, even though we have a 1 and 16 bot lane, you can still carry the game through good map pressure. Because a lot of people tend to ask me when I do stream, Saskio, what do I do when I have a 0 and 10 ADC, 1 and 16 bot lane? Nothing changes. The only thing that changes is when you are forced into a position where you have to deal with the people that they fed. But in this scenario, since we have other people who played well, they're able to match that. Obviously, if we have 4 people that int, it makes the game significantly harder. But again, there's many videos on YouTube in the past 3 weeks where I've had 4 losing lanes and I still win the game, right? But, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the game will be over here. Let's go quickly end the game, keep it nice, clean, straight to the point. If you guys enjoyed the AD Lulu top gameplay, make sure you guys drop a like, hit the sub button, and have a fantastic rest of your day.